Hey beauty addicts, it's Alex. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is super exciting because it is a giveaway video. So I hit over 1,000 followers on Instagram on Friday. What was it? The 16th? And today, which is Sunday the 18th, I am up to, drum roll please, 2,027. That is not typically how fast the rate I get in gaining followers and likes. So I put up this post, which I will insert, of the Stardust palette and the rest of the makeup that I wore together with it. And my phone just blew up. I ended up getting so many followers. I am up to 3,112 likes on that one. And then I did a swatch post after that, and that's up to 1,289. Which is just insanity. You guys might not think that because you've seen other beauty gurus who've gotten so much more, and that's just kind of typical. But for me, I average at this point on around like 50, in the 50s, depending on the post. Like whenever I post a video, I kind of get in like the 40-ish range. Whenever I post like a makeup of the day post, it ends up ranging between like 50 and 70 likes. So to get like 3,000, 2,000 on these posts, and to get over 1,000 within a couple days. I already surpassed 1,000 and they got over 1,000 more. I am just floored, and I'm so thankful. You guys have made my freaking weekend, and I'm just so excited for all of the support. It's amazing, and I'm so glad that you guys really seem to like the Stardust palette. And I even asked in one of my posts, I put it on Snapchat. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, I'll link that down below. But I did a little mini haul on there. So if you guys ever want to see me unboxing my packages that I get, which are frequent, I will like post that on Snapchat. So it's going to be like a little quick mini haul, and I'll do a big haul later on. But just so you guys can get a sneak peek. But I put up a bunch of different products, and someone said, you know what, out of all those products, I would love to see a review on the Stardust palette, which is perfect because I was already planning on doing it, especially because of this giveaway. So I just want to thank you guys, and always let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see on this channel, any particular palettes, any different types of videos. I'd be happy to do it. So to celebrate me hitting over 1,000 followers on Instagram, I'm going to be giving away 2 Stardust sets. So I have 2 on the way from Ulta, and this is the one that I own. So it comes in this box like this, and it's just an amazing palette. I'm just floored. So before we get into the rules, I'm just going to review it. I usually do it the other way around, but let's just do it this way because it is an amazing package. So it comes in this box right here, and then you lift this side and you open it up, and then you have this. So this, Nate helped create this, so this is her right here. So she just has some pictures here. And then you open it up on each side. Now I don't have anything in them, but on the one side, you get this palette, the Stardust palette. And I'm just going to open it up for you guys. So amazing. I will be inserting pictures of swatches of them. But here we have Chandelier, Millennial, Girls Night, hashtag selfie, love it. Showgirl, Jackpot, Pink Pearl, The Strip, Follow Me, Double Tap, Golden Nugget, and Sin City. So this is an amazing palette. I know a lot of people have said, when they first look at this palette, they're like, meh, the colors look nice, but like, what is so incredibly great about it that everyone can't shut up about it? Like, everyone is raving about this, saying that this is just a staple in your collection. And I completely 100% agree on it. I'm so glad I finally gave in and got it. It is an amazing palette, and honestly, if I had to redo my high-end palettes video, which I will link down below, this would be #1. I mean, I love my Anastasia palettes, but this palette is just insanely amazing. The quality of the eyeshadows is just dead on. It's perfect. They're creamy. They're not creamy like, your ColourPop eyeshadows, but they are a more creamy, powdery consistency. The Strip is a little bit more glittery, so that one, there's a little bit more fallout with that one, so just be careful with that one. That one I like to apply with my fingers, which I applied in this video. Millennial is the perfect blowout crease color. That really, to me, is the only good crease color in this palette, so that's the only downside. There's only one, but then again, there's only 12 shadows, so I think that's fine to have like that one good crease color. So that's Millennial. We put that on the crease today. And then we also put Double Tap in the crease, and this is going to be in the deeper part of the crease. On the lid, we put Follow Me, and then we layered it with the strip on the lid. We put Pink Pearl on the inner corner of the eye, and we actually use this as a highlight. So that's what I have on my cheekbone right now. It's just such a beautiful highlight, and I love that it all comes in this palette. I can do an eye makeup look and throw in a highlight within this palette. And then we also put Follow Me on the lower lash line. And I've used some of these other ones too. Oh, we put Chandelier on the brow bone. I've used some of these other ones too, like Showgirl, Golden Nugget. Like the swatches are just insane. Like they're beautiful. I'm so happy with the quality, the selection. It's just an amazing palette, and I really do think that every single person needs one of these palettes. But the good thing, the awesome thing is this is just not the only thing that it comes with. It also comes with, where did I put it? Well, first of all, for the eyeshadows, they actually come with cards to show you different looks that you can do using this palette. And I did one of them, can't remember which one, but I did one of them. I didn't do the full out version of it, but it was a great combo, and I would love to try more of these. Today's look I just completely created on the spot, off the top of my head, and I knew I wanted to incorporate, what was it? Showgirl? No, Follow Me. I knew I wanted to incorporate Follow Me on the lower lash line and Pink Pearl on the inner corner, so I knew I wanted to do that, so then I just put that together for you guys. But I can also do like a get ready with me video if you guys would be interested in that, and try out one of these cards and show you how it works. I could do that, and then I also have another idea to do another look that's a little bit more, it's a little easier, more basic, and like you can kind of wear day to day. This is a very like going out type of look. But the reason that I say that is because I wanted to incorporate the glitter that comes in here, which sometimes I do my makeup on the bus, and then I realized, you know, that this was glitter. I didn't realize it was glitter when I first opened it. I knew everything that was in this package, but this, I was like, oh, what's this? And I opened it, and like glitter went everywhere, and I was like, whoops. So, but it's a really pretty glitter. I could incorporate it into the look that I wore today, but I would love to incorporate it into another one that's a little bit more simple, where I just put this on the lid with the crease color, you know, kind of a more simple look, but still a little bit pretty. So if you guys are interested in that, I can bump that on my list of stuff to do. But this palette is really amazing, and I want to keep showing you guys how to use it and like why it's so amazing. So stay tuned for that, but if you want me to bump that up in my schedule, I can. And then the other two items that come with this package is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer, which I already had this on my to get list on Sephora's website. Someone had suggested this, so I already have it. So that's what's great about this. It's in a good decent size too. Like this was, you know, especially if you use a variety of primers, this is going to last you a good bit of time. And I really do like it a lot. It's really easy to apply with your fingers. It's creamy, but it's not too sticky. Like it's sticky enough that your eyeshadow is going to last, but it's not so sticky where it's really hard to move around on your eyelid and spread out. And then this is something that I've already tried before. It is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. It's just a sample size, and the size that I tried before was a sample. So I don't know if I'm ever going to buy the full size, because I'm just going to try to keep getting sample sizes. But this is a great mascara, and this is what we use today as well. We also use the primer. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we went in with this, and then I put on false lashes on top of it. So, but this, you don't even need false lashes with this. But I wanted to get more practice, because if you're trying to get more full lashes but you don't feel like taking the time to put on false lashes, or just like the effort in general, use this. This is a great mascara for that. Another thing that I wanted to mention too, which I mentioned in my previous video, which I'll link down below, it was my $5.99 fashion haul. But I mentioned how I was super excited about getting another makeup beauty book, and this is just another beauty book that I'm adding to my collection. So whenever I move, I'm planning on putting in this book, along with some of the other ones that I have, and putting like a shelf in my room, and then just placing all of my makeup beauty books like on the shelf. So I'm gonna have like a little library of makeup palettes, and I'm super excited about it. So it's just gonna look like a little book collection with this, and I don't know, I just think it'll be really cute. So that's my plan for that. But I wanted to share that with you guys, because I think it's really kind of helpful to know not only are you getting a great palette with a great selection, you're getting a great mascara, a primer, a glitter, you're getting these cards to show you how to create looks with it, and it comes in this great packaging. This is also like a book. It opens up like that. But you also can use this as like a little piece in your room to, you know, display. So I think that's also another bonus. So this was $45, I believe. But you get a lot for it, and it's every single item is high quality. The only thing I haven't tried is the glitter, but I will tell you it is very glittery because I got it all over myself, but I haven't applied it to my face. But everything that I've tried is just such high quality, so Too Faced is really moving up there. I love ColourPop and Anastasia, but I think Too Faced is kind of moving up there to get 3rd place in my top favorites. Who knows? It might surpass it because this palette, I can't. It's just amazing. You guys have to have it. So because I love this palette so much and I wanted to celebrate hitting over 1,000 followers on Instagram, I had to give one of these away. I tried it out and I was like, bam, gotta get it. So I ordered 2 more for you guys. So I'm gonna do 2 winners for this giveaway. So 2 of you will win this entire package from Too Faced, so the Stardust palette, which they created with Vegas Nay, who is amazing. This is my favorite beauty collaboration too, by the way. Like I was saying before, there are going to be 2 winners that are going to be winning the Stardust palette set. And let's jump on into the rules so you guys can figure out how to enter. Rule number 1 is that you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Rule number 2 is that you have to be following me on Instagram. Rule number 3 is that whenever I put up a corresponding post on social media, which will look similar to this, it'll list all of the rules on it. You will need to like the post and then also comment on it. And when you comment on it, you'll need to say what your favorite Too Faced product is or what Too Faced product that you've been dying to try is. Rule number 4 is that you will comment on this YouTube video what your favorite Too Faced product is or what Too Faced product you've been dying to try. Rule number 5 is that multiple entries are allowed, but please only do 1 per account. So 1 on YouTube, 1 on Instagram, 1 on Twitter. Don't do like 5 on YouTube, 5 on Facebook. It just gets really spammy and annoying, so just try to limit it to 1 per account. But you can follow me on every single other account and then comment on that account and then like that post or whatever, so that will give you multiple entries. So and if you comment on another account, make sure you're also following me on that. So follow me on Instagram, comment and like, follow me on Twitter, comment and like, etc., etc. So that will get you more entries into this giveaway. And rule number 6, which is the last rule, is that if you're under the age of 16, please make sure to check with your legal guardian to see if it's okay if you enter in this giveaway. And another thing that I want to explain is how I do the giveaways, which will help you get a better understanding of why it's important to try to enter on different platforms. So what I do is I have these 2 apps on my phone, which is a letter dice app and a number app. So with the letter dice app, I roll the dice until it lands on a certain letter that begins with a social media account. So if it lands on Y, I go to YouTube. If it lands on I go to Instagram. Then I roll the dice, and that will shoot me a number. And I can do a number range on it so I can see how many comments are on YouTube and then put that number range in and then roll it. And then it'll pop up with a number. So say it goes with 20. So Y20 would be YouTube comment 20, that person won. But if I rolled an I, then I would go to Instagram, go to comment 20, and then that would be the winner. So it's really beneficial because if I roll a certain letter, that gives you a better chance of winning because if you only follow me on YouTube and Instagram and I roll 2 Twitters, you'll miss out on it. And I wanted to explain that to you guys so that way you knew that. That's how I'm working it, so that way you know going into it how to enter because it may change the way that you enter in the giveaway and I don't want to be like hiding how I do it, and that's just how I do it for now. If it ever changes, I'll let you know, but there's not really that much information out there about how YouTubers do giveaways, but I found those apps and I thought that would be helpful in the way to go, so I just want to let you guys know that. So the giveaway ends on November 4th, so you have until then to enter, and that will end at midnight Eastern time, and then later that day I will be announcing the winner. And one last thing is that this is an international giveaway, so everyone is welcome to enter. Alright, now let's get started. So first we're going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Spray. And then we're going to put the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer on our brow bone. And that will help cover up any veins. So I just rubbed it in with my fingers. Now we're going to go in with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer and dab that on our eyes. And then just rub that in with our fingers as well. Now we're going to go in with the Stardust palette and we're going to start out with Millennial and place that in the crease. I'm using the MAC 224 brush. It is the perfect crease brush. Next we're going to go in with Double Tap and place that on the deeper part of our crease. And to place it, we're going to be using the MAC 217 brush. It is my favorite brush to use in the deeper part of the crease and also just for blending in general.
So you're just going to want to take your time with this. You're just going to blend back and forth in the crease. Try to smoke it up a little bit too, but just take your time with this. So now we're going on to the other side, just spreading it back and forth, back and forth. The MAC 217 brush really helps getting into that deeper part of the crease, and then also with the whole blending part. It's amazing. Next, we're going to go in with Chandelier and place it on the brow bone. I'm using the Sigma E25 brush to place it. Now we're going to go back in with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer and just place that right back on our lid. Sometimes whenever you're putting colors into the crease, it kind of gets a little messy, so what you can do is go back in with your eye primer and just put it right back on the lid. And then I just go back in with the MAC 217 brush and just blend everything out again, just to make sure no color was taken away from the deeper part of the crease. Now we're going to go in with Sin City and place that on the outer corners of our eyes. I'm using the MAC 242 brush, and we're just going to place it on the outer corners of our eyes with this brush, and then we're going to go in with the MAC 217 brush to blend. So I'm actually going in with a clean 217 brush, and this one's a little bit fluffier than the original one that I got. So I like to use that for blending out the outer corner, and then the smaller one to blend out the crease. So I'm just going to go in with a clean 217 brush. I dabbed a little bit of Sin City on it, just so it has a little bit of color when it went into blend. Next, we're going to go in with Follow Me, and we're going to place this on the lid, and I'm just going to be using my fingers. I really like using my fingers for placing lid eyeshadows. I think it's just easier that way. Now we're going to go in with the Sigma E25 brush and just blend out that lid color into the outer corner color and into the crease, just so everything blends together. Now we're going to go in with the strip and place that on top of Follow Me. And like Follow Me, we are going to dab on the strip with our fingers. And then go back in with the Sigma E25 brush to blend everything out. It's very important whenever you're using a black eyeshadow to go back in and blend everything out, so that way everything is smooth. Now we're going to go in with the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner and line our eyes. Lucky for me, today was a good gel eyeliner day. You never know when it's going to be a pain in the butt. Thumbs up if you've been there. But luckily, this tutorial and my Maleficent tutorial worked out pretty nicely. Now we're going to go back in with Sin City and place it on top of our gel liner. This is just how I like to set my gel liner. And we're going to be using the Sigma E17 brush to place it on the bigger parts of our eye, and then using the Sigma E05 brush to get on that inner corner, and then to do the wings. Whenever you're doing the wings in the inner corner, you definitely want to be more precise. Now we're going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer and place that all over our face. I am just placing this primer on with my fingers and then just blending it out with my fingers. I really like doing it that way with gel primers. Now we're going to go in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation and just place it on our cheek, our forehead, and then our, wherever that area is, chin and nose, and then just blend everything out. I ended up going in with a second pump. I feel like one pump's just not enough with this, just because this foundation's a little bit more matte than my other foundations. It still has a little bit of dewiness to it, but it is my favorite foundation at the moment. So once we're done blending in with our brush, we're actually going to use our fingers to blend in. So you're just going to want to start on the hairline and blend it into your hairline, around the chin, around your lips. Then you want to get around your nose. Once you're done with your lips, just make sure there's no patches there. Then you're going to go underneath your eyes and blend it out. And then around your eyebrows, just to make sure that there are no patches, in those harder areas to blend. And then just go around the rest of the face. Now we're going to go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and just place that underneath our eyes and blend it out with the Sigma F86 brush. And also I've used the Sigma F80 brush to put on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. So just bring that back and forth and up and down and blend it out. And then I also blend it in with my fingers. Next, we're going to go in with the Milani Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose and place that on our cheeks with the MAC 168 brush. And then we're going to blend it out with the Sigma F55 brush. Next, we're going to go in with this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light and place that on underneath our eyes to set our concealer. And I'm using the F35 brush from Sigma. Now we're going to go back in with Follow Me and place that on the lower lash line. I am using the Sigma E30 pencil brush to place it. I absolutely love this pencil brush to place eyeshadows on the lower lash line. It is just the perfect size. Now we're going to go in with Pink Pearl and place that on the inner corners of our eyes with the Sigma E46 brush. I absolutely love this on the inner corner, and it's a great way to switch up that inner corner. Now we're also going to go back in with Pink Pearl and use that as a cheekbone highlight. So I'm just placing it on my cheekbones with my fingers. Now we're going to go in with mascara. I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is a great mascara to use, especially if you want to skip out on false lashes. However, I am putting on false lashes in this tutorial, but it's just an all-around great mascara. If you're going to pay for a high-end one, I would go with this one. Now we're going to do our brows, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Brow Mousse in Taupe and placing that on with the brush that came with the Tarte Brow Mousse. Now we're going to go back in with the MAC Fix Plus spray and spray our face so that our makeup lasts a long time. And now we're going to go in with the Steel Casual Eyeliner and line our eyes. I'm going to do the upper waterline and the lower waterline. I also like to do this before I place on false lashes just because it's going to be a little bit more difficult when the lashes are on. Now we're going to use this Ardell Lash Glue. I'm actually going to put the glue on top of my eyes and then place the eyelashes on top then. I struggled hardcore with this, so I ended up putting them on off camera. But I will say, whenever you're putting the glue on your eyes, make sure there isn't a lot of glue so it doesn't run into your eye. You just want to have like a little bit to place. Also off camera, I went in with the NYC liquid eyeliner and lined my lash line with this just to even everything out. Now I'm going back in with Pink Pearl and placing that on the inner corners of my eyes, again with the Sigma E46 brush. I'm just touching it up from after putting on my false lashes. And now we're going to go in with ColourPop's Clueless. I absolutely love this liquid lipstick. It's comfortable on the lips, and it's a great everyday color. I highly recommend it.
Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to look down in the description box for all of the giveaway rules and when the giveaway will end, all of that jazz. I'm so excited for this giveaway, and I just want to thank you guys again for following me and supporting me and subscribing to my channel. It really means the world to me. Thank you so, so much. And then if you haven't subscribed to me already, well, that's one of the rules. So if you want to be entering the giveaway, or if you just want to watch more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Give this video a like if you really liked it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Alright, so now that we got the review, video